Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the online classes now. I hope you are going through the online portal every day so that you will not miss your classes. So now we'll go through the age of industrialization in history. So now here we are doing 5.0, the peculiarities of industrial growth. Peculiarities means, peculiar means strange. A very strange situation of industrial growth. Now we will go through one by one. There are 7 points. European agencies, European colonizers or traders or merchants, you can say that, European agencies which dominated industrial production in India. As so far we have learnt that Britishers or colonizers were the first to start or set up industries in India. So they dominated the production in India and were interested in certain kinds of products. These industrialists, European industrialists, were interested in certain kind of products. So, and they dominated the Indian markets as well as industries. They set up tea and coffee plantations. Tea and coffee plantations were set up, getting land by British contractors. The British contractors, they got the land from the government at a very cheap rates. Indians were not allowed to purchase land, but the British contractors were given land, or the contractors purchased the land at a very cheap rates, and they set up tea plantations, jute plantations, rubber plantations, cotton plantations for commercial crops, to grow commercial crops. They used to getting land by British contractors from the government at a cheap rate. So we have learned. They invested their money in mining also, not only getting the land for plantation, but they invested their money in mining, indigo and jute plantation also. Indigo, jute plantations, mining, they invested huge amount of money. Most of these products, whatever they produce, most of these products required mainly for export. These products were only for export trade, and not for sale in India. The Britishers produced tea, they produced cotton, jute, indigo, mining. All those products were not for sale in India. They were the products for export trade so that they can earn money. When Indian businessmen began setting up industries in the late 19th century, during, we have learned in our previous class, Seth Hukum Chand, he was the first industrialist to set up jute mill, and we have learned many other Indian entrepreneurs just before this class. So when Indian businessmen began setting up industries in the late 19th century, they avoided competing with Manchester goods. They avoided competing. There was no competition between Manchester good and Indian goods. There was no competition. They avoided. Indian industrialists avoided competing with Manchester goods in the Indian market. So at this time, the fine cotton was exported to England by the Britishers, and only the coarse and rough, poor quality cotton was left in India. So Indian industrialists, they purchased this poor cotton, raw cotton, and they started making yarn, thread, Since yarn thread was not an important part of British import in India, Britishers, they brought finished product, fabrics from England. They used to take cotton, fine cotton from here, and there they used to manufacture cloth, and they used to bring the cloth or fabric and sell in India. So importing yarn was not their product. So it was not, they were not interested in importing thread. They were interested in exporting cotton, raw cotton. So the early cotton mills in India produce coarse cotton yarn. Yarn means thread. Coarse means poor quality, rough cotton yarn rather than fabric. So Indian industrialists, what they did? They did not make the fabric, they did not make the cloth. Industries were set up to spin the thread. So to produce yarn, so that the yarn can be used by the Indian weavers or it can be exported to China, the yarn. So the yarn produced by Indian mills were used by Indian weavers in India, or sometimes it is exported to China. So these Indian industrialists, they avoided competing with Manchester goods. They avoided. That's why they started manufacturing yarn, not the fabric. If they had produced fabric, naturally the Indian fabrics were of poor quality, as the cotton was of poor quality. The fine quality was taken by the Britishers, so they cannot compete in the market. If they produce fabric, cloth, so they started manufacturing cotton yarn. That too were of poor quality, but it was used by the weavers, consumed by the weavers, and it was also, the yarn was exported to China. So now we will continue in our next class, to be continued in this peculiarities of industrial growth. We are doing 5.0. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class and continue our lesson. Thank you for watching the video, and keep on watching every day. It will not take a long time. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you very much.